So what is Roblox? Roblox is this massive online social and gaming platform. There are over 150 million users who go on this platform every day. It's actually been around since 2006, and users go on to socialize and to mostly play video games. But what's interesting about Roblox is you can create your own games. So that's what kids do when they go on. They communicate with other kids in the US, all over the world, and they can create their own video games that they call experiences. And it's a free platform. Anybody could go on and use it. It also has its own currency. So you can purchase with money, you can purchase Robux. That money, that the Robuxes, can be used to enhance the experience by customizing your avatar and customizing different aspects about the games that you create. The lawsuits that have been brought against Roblox are essentially kids being victimized by adults who are posing as kids and get onto the platform and do bad things. So specifically, the adults who come on are able to create their user identity or avatar, and they can seemingly be a 12-year-old boy or a 12-year-old girl because that's how they sign up, and then they end up communicating with kids and victimizing kids who are on the platform. And what are they doing? They're having improper communications that are really grooming. It turns into sexual exploitation. There's all kinds of improper and inappropriate conversations. There's inappropriate exchange of videos, photographs, and really what happens too is these adults who are posing as kids get the kids to move to other platforms that are even more open. So like Discord and Snapchat, where more information can be exchanged and they can victimize these kids even more. And they set up meetings where they could actually meet in person, and bad things have been happening. And the claim is these things are happening because Roblox has not set up enough safeguards to protect the kids who are using the platform. They had no age identification means to protect the children. They also didn't properly warn kids and parents about the potential for this to be something that could happen. So those are, in general, the claims that have been brought against Roblox. The legal update and what the status of these cases are now is that there are lots of cases out there. And essentially, there's a bunch of cases that are pending in federal court in California. There's also a bunch of cases pending in state court in California. And these cases have been around for a while, so much so that they're up to the point where they're having trials. So a lot of things have happened legally. And now in both federal and state courts, there are what we call bellwether trials. And these are a sample of trials, a sample of cases that they take to trial to see what happens. And that usually is what promotes settlement. So if there are the trials and there are big plaintiff's verdicts where the juries award lots of money, that affects settlements one way. If during the trials the jury comes with a verdict for Roblox and the defendants, that would affect potential settlement another way. So it's a means to promote settlement, and we'll see what the juries have to say. What's important to understand is that Roblox has a defense, and they're not just saying, okay, how much money should we give these kids who are victimized? There are defenses. And one of the biggest offenses they have is regarding parents. And the parents of these kids who are victimized, Roblox is saying, hey, okay, you're claiming that we have a duty and we should be protecting the kids. Where are the parents when this is going on? These kids are in their homes, in their bedrooms, or in the living room, wherever, and they're on the platform playing their games. Where are the parents, and what is their role in supervising and overseeing and managing their children? And how come they don't know what's going on with their kids? Really, aren't they in the best position to make sure that the child is using the platform properly? So the message really for the parents out there, if your child is on Roblox, you should know what's going on. You should get involved. You should understand the game and understand the platform. I will say personally, when we started getting these cases, I didn't know what Roblox was until I got on the platform and saw what it was to communicate with people, to set up a game, to have an experience. And with that, I was able to really fully understand how this victimization and how these people were able to get on without the safeguards and victimize these kids. But at the same time, the message to the parents today is if you do have a kid on Roblox, you should get familiar with the platform and speak to your kid about what's going on and watch and see what's going on with their involvement in the games.